is actually the capital of Switzerland. Founded in 1191, the city offers modern architecture, a medieval cathedral, a rose garden, and even a bear park.
A tiny city of barely 130,000 people, Bern is located strategically in a wide bend of the river Aar, with magnificent views of the Alps. And, like many classic cities in Europe, it has plenty of charm, including its old town with the Münster St. Vincennes and Zeitglockenturm, or historic clock tower that overlooks the city. Dating from the 15th century, this huge astronomical timepiece, along with the whimsical figures that move in tandem as the chimes strike the hour, always draws a crowd and is sure to bring out a smile on every face. While not generally open to the public, we got a first-hand look at the intricate design of the clock. After a long winding climb to the top of the tower, the simple but ingenious design of the works is revealed using a system of gears, ropes, and a pendulum that keeps this clock working and on time.
So we are really now here in the heart of the clock tower. So the clock tower is the first city gate of the medieval town, and the mechanism here has been built in 1530, so it's almost 500 years old, and it's still kept mechanical. This makes it so important. It would be easy to add an engine, but it's a tradition that once a day a man has to come here and wind it up. Look here, the big handle. He has to wind up 400 kilos of weight stones, and he has to do it every day. If not, the mechanism would stop. So all the details, everything is handmade. Here you have the birth certificate, Caspar Brunner. He built the mechanism in 1530. He worked for 3 years, and he had his forge in the corner. You see all these teeth here, everyone is forged and set and bolted individually.
The Münster Cathedral is the most impressive example of late Gothic architecture of the city. In 1421, construction began on the cathedral, and in 1893, the masterpiece was complete. 344 steps above the entrance in the church tower, visitors can enjoy magnificent views across the city into the Bernese Mittelland and of the snow-capped mountains of the Bernese Oberland.
In front of our cathedral, the Münster, we have the decoration with all these figurines of the Last Judgment. They survived the iconoclasm of the Reformation because it's really the truth. You have poor and rich, high and low, equally on both sides. In the center is a little golden statue with his sword. This is Archangel Michael. He is bending a little bit his head because the green devil is tearing his hair. Now to the left-hand side in the first row, all these people dressed in white are those elected to go to paradise. And the closer you are coming to the golden gate of paradise, a little bit up there, the better people are dressed. You see beautiful, colorful dresses, you see crowns, jewelries, and the first one who is entering through that gate is the Pope. You recognize the tiara, the triple crown on his head, angels welcome him. He is the first. So it's a representation of the Last Judgment. This means to the left-hand side you have heaven and the good ones, and to the right-hand side, of course, this is the hell for the bad ones.
Bern has over 6 kilometers of covered shopping areas known as arcades. It also has an abundance of these cellars, which at one time during the 18th century were used to store vegetables, and later on they were used as wine taverns. At one point there was over 200 of these throughout the city, and it was said that Bern is built on wine as Venice is built on water.
When we return, follow us to the beautiful Rose Garden and the newly constructed Bern Bear Park. Bears, as Bern's mascot, is a long tradition that stems from a legend in which the founder of the city, Berthold von Zeringler, would name the city after the first kill on a hunting expedition. And it just so happened to be a bear. A visit to see Björk and Finn, the 2 bears at the bear park, is a special experience for children as well as adults. On paths throughout the park, you can watch bears play and climb right in front of you. The park extends down to the edge of the Aar River, amidst forests and caves, allowing the bears the freedom to live in a more natural habitat.
Bern has a variety of different types of restaurants. Today we're at the Altus Tram Depot, which is a brew pub, enjoying some local specialties and a locally made brew. Roast. Roast.
The Rose Garden is a large park with a wonderful view of the Old Town and the Aar River. The park is home to more than 220 different types of roses, irises, and many other flowers. It's a great place for the whole family to enjoy.
In 1983, Bern was included on the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites and is ranked in the top 10 cities for the best quality of life. With an abundance of outdoor activities, museums, art galleries, and theaters, this is a city rich in history and culture. Add to that the longest covered shopping promenade in Europe and the newly opened West Side Retail Complex, and you can see why many consider Bern to be one of the best Swiss cities to visit.